Hi, I am sharing with you today about some resources and tips to help teach your children financial concepts even from a very young age. So, I've got 4 tips to share with you today, and I hope that you find them valuable. So, first, we're going to start with an age group that I'm very familiar with because I'm right in here. I have a almost 6-year-old and a 4-year-old right now, and so we're going to start with the age group 3 to 5. And with this age group, you can have a little activity. And I have done this in the past, but I need to revisit it and do it again. But have 3 savings jars, and you can just go to Hobby Lobby. And this could be a fun activity for them too, because you could get out paints and paint the jars as well. But just little clear jars. Make sure they can see inside. And you can have one titled savings, one titled spending, and one titled sharing. So they are learning to save, to share. And so we're already instilling in them a generosity mindset. And you also are letting them have some of that as well. Now, when it comes to earning these at this age, really making money can be very easy and rewarding, and it doesn't have to break your bank as well. For example, during potty training, whenever our kiddos would go a week without having an accident, we would give them a quarter. And so with that quarter, they put that in their little clear jar, and at the end of the time, they could divide into what they were going to save, what they were going to spend, and what they were going to share. So that is an activity that you could do with your 3 to 5-year-olds. Really fun activity, and Hobby Lobby's open now, so there you go. You're welcome. Okay, so 6 to 10. This age group, you can really start including them in decisions with your finances. So, for example, if you're at the store and you decide to get a generic container of juice versus the Mott's or the other name brand juice there, you can tell them why you do that, because it's 50 cents cheaper and it tastes exactly the same. So you're making wise financial decisions, but you're also involving them and explaining to them. And even if they don't, maybe the Mott's has a picture of Paw Patrol or a picture of Frozen on it or whatever, because they're good marketers. But you can still say, well, it tastes exactly the same. That extra money is just paying for that picture on the outside, and we need to make wise financial decisions as a family. And so we're going to choose to save that extra 50 cents so that maybe another time, maybe we can, as a family, go and see a movie that has these characters in there. So really, involving them in that decision. The next age group that we're going to look at is 11 to 13. Now, with 11 to 13-year-olds, they are able to really grasp concepts like compound interest and how it works. So sitting down and explaining to them what exactly compound interest does and how it is really powerful to think about when it comes to savings. Go to www.investor.gov, and you can actually put in and plug in numbers to where they can see and see over time how that compound interest will work. And you put in a set amount, but over the years you can actually see that return. So it'll calculate all of that for you. So investor.gov is a great tool for that. Okay, the last one, ages 11 to 18. So with this, we are thinking college. Okay, now you might not be thinking college when you're looking at your 6-year-old, but honestly, you should be thinking about college. And if you haven't started to put away and save for college, that is something that I do. I set up college savings plans, so I can help. Reach out to me. But with this group, they can be involved in setting their own goals for college. There is a resource that is College Scorecard, and they can actually look at the different colleges, and it has a scorecard there, what the estimated tuition, supplies and books, and living expenses would be. So you can actually go on there and rate your favorite colleges, whether it's private or a public, and they can kind of get an idea of what they're looking at and what you're looking at as a family if they want to go to a particular school. So it's a great way to just kind of start having that conversation if they were planning on going to college. Now, the great thing about this age group also is you can start thinking about the value of a credit card if they pay down the balance every month. Okay, so compound interest works for us, but it can also work against us when we're talking about owing a rotating balance on a credit card. So having that conversation in reverse with investor.org, say you owe, $500 and you owe that for a 12-month rotating balance, how much will you actually be spending on that $500 if you don't pay it off every month? So these are just ideas that to help you with your kids, and also to begin having an idea of where to start when it comes to talking to your children about money. So I hope they were helpful to you. If they are, if you do choose to do one of these activities, I would love to hear about it. So drop a comment, and don't forget to follow my Facebook group, Faith, Finance, and Health Wellness, as well as my YouTube channel. So thank you, and I'll see you later. Bye.